Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Paintastic Arts. My name is Prajakta and in today's tutorial video we are going to learn this beautiful sunrise painting. It's an acrylic painting and I am going to give you guys all the step-by-step instructions to make this one. So let's get our tutorial video started. So here's my blank canvas and my palette. So you guys can use any kind of canvas, any kind of base, be it in any size in order to make this painting. I am quickly going to take out some acrylic colors, taking out some ultramarine blue, followed by some white. Now before we start painting, just make sure you mix ultramarine blue and white and get a very light shade of ultramarine blue. And I'll be using a flat brush in order to paint the background of this painting. Along with this ultramarine light blue, you also need to take the actual light blue color. So now we are going to paint with light ultramarine blue and then followed by the actual light blue. So these are the two shades of light blue which are quite a lot different from each other. So the size of the flat brush completely depends upon the size of your canvas or the base that you are using for painting. And now we move on to the next set of colors that we require for our layer number 1. And it includes white, yellow, orange, mauve, which is also known as violet, sap green, and black. So here's a palette for our first layer and we are quickly going to color all of these in order of orange, yellow, violet, sap green and then black. The first color that I mentioned would be orange. And as we move below, we are going to make it a little lighter, followed by a little bit of yellow, and then again taking the same color a little bit lighter. We then add a tinge of yellow or a mauve, followed by sap green and then black. After this, we take a small flat brush. You could also take a round brush, number 1 or number 2. Until our base is little wet, we would be adding some bushes on our layer number 1. Make sure the bristles are not too big and hence try and use a thinner brush for this one. Next up, we are going to make our daisies flowers and for that we'll need to add some more colors to our palette. I'm going to add medium yellow, yellow ochre, burnt umber, or you could just use any shade of brown, cerulean blue, and we already have some white in our palette. Let me quickly show you guys the application for these colors, and I am going to take the topmost stem that we have in our background, and for this I am going to take a thin flat brush. You could take a flat brush number 1 or number 2. So as you can see, I used black color and I made a small curve, and then I'm using cerulean blue in order to make petals. Alternatively, you could also use a Filbert brush. So Filbert brush is basically a flat brush having curves on each of the sides of the brush. I'm adding some yellow color with the corner of the tip of my brush, and now I'm going to give a little touch up of yellow medium, which is slightly a darker shade of yellow, and then followed by yellow ochre. I will let this blue color dry for a while, and after that, with the help of a flat brush once again, we are going to make some petals. So you need to be very careful while you are holding your flat brush. I'm using white color, as you can see. Blue color in the background gives a very nice effect, and in between the yellow pollens and the petals, you could also add some black color. But this is completely optional. I'm going to show you guys variety of these flowers and just making a few samples for my reference right now. So the lower portion of this painting, I want to keep it a little more darker so that the flowers even stand out much better. And for this reason, I'll be adding a little more darker colors like the black, sap green and hooker's green. So hooker's green is the darkest shade of green, but if you don't have it, it's absolutely alright. You can simply use sap green and black and apply the way I am applying. Giving it a mountain slope like look towards the bottom, and the upper portion over here has to be slightly lighter. So this entire portion is going to be the darkest shade of green. And we will let this dry completely before we move on to our daisy flowers. Our first layer is all dried now, and I want to give it a very nice cloud detailing. So for that, I'll be taking some white and some cerulean blue. You might already have these two colors, and now I'm going to add another layer with these colors. So this is a dry brush technique, and you need to keep in mind that I am not using water at all while doing this dry brush technique. And as you go down, you have to make sure that the clouds get a little bit scattered. So without mixing white and blue, I am going to add some more just white color. this is all done now, so I'll be adding some more warm colors in order to make a sun right in between. For that, I'll be needing yellow, medium yellow, orange, and some white. And all of these colors I think we already have in our palette. So we make a circle first with the help of a white color. Followed by adding some lemon yellow, and we spread this yellow color till the time our white color is little wet. And we are going to do the same with medium yellow and orange. So guys, it's another day for me, and the acrylic colors that I was using before have completely dried, and hence I'll be requiring to make my color palette once again. If you have continued making this, I'm sure you already have all the colors in your palette, and I'm going to show you guys once again what were the colors that I was using to make this painting ahead. It's Hooker's green, sap green, Viridian or any bright color of green, yellow ochre, lemon yellow, raw sienna, or you could take just any shade of brown. One should be dark brown and one should be a light brown. So here's raw umber as a dark brown color, cerulean blue, and white. I hope you guys have all of these colors in your palette. And now I'm going to use some blue and prepare petals in various forms and even some buds. And once this layer is dried, we are going to use a plain white and use it over these petals. Make sure you don't overlap the blue color completely. And I'm going to color all the blue color flowers in white color now. Now let's take some sap green and white and make stems with the help of these two colors. I am quickly going to mix up sap green with white to give it a lighter shade of sap green. And since our base is really very dark, this lighter shade of sap green is really going to stand out. with the same green color, we are going to make some leaves as well, and I'm going to keep it quite simple. For the pollens, as I showed y'all before, you can use shades of yellow and the shades of brown. You can keep this a little thicker to give it a 3D look. You can also add some yellow to the stems and to the leaves. With the help of black color, I'm adding some small buds over here. And to finish the painting now, we need to add some smudgy kind of flowers onto our background so that the other flowers in our painting stand out really very well. I'm using very less paint and a lot of water to give this smudgy look. It doesn't really have to be very detailed, but just make sure you put some petals and a light shaded stem. And with this, we are done with our beautiful daisy sunrise painting. I named this painting as Morning Glory. This was suggested to me by Mansi Shah and Chandra Nidhi on my Instagram handle. So thank you so much both of you, and this painting is going to be named as Morning Glory from now. And I hope those of y'all are making this beautiful painting. It is as stunning as the ones you'll see over here and spreads a lot of positive vibes in your life. I hope you guys enjoyed making this beautiful sunrise painting. If you have any queries, please put down in the comment section below. You can also reach out to me on my email address info@paintasticarts.com, and don't forget to hit a like for this video and even subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much.